It's 1980 and Sid Meier is pacing the blinking neon halls of a Las Vegas arcade, watching kids drop quarters for a chance to conquer pixelated worlds. He's not there to play, he's hunting inspiration. In this noisy, chaotic playground, the seed of MicroProse takes root. But how does an obsessive programmer turn a handful of simple decisions into an empire that redefines gaming forever? Let's unravel the genius behind Sid Meier's magic, one interesting decision at a time. Sid's journey didn't start with grand studios or blockbuster hits. It started with curiosity, and that infamous Las Vegas arcade trip ignited a fire. Back in 1982, Sid and his buddy Bill Steely weren't gaming big shots. They were basement dwellers coding naval simulations. A dusty Maryland garage became MicroProse's first HQ, and their mission was laser-sharp: build games you'd want to play again, even if they were complicated. This humble start exploded into hits like F-15 Strike Eagle and laid the blueprint for a new kind of game studio that cared deeply about player immersion. Sid's mantra is simple: good games are just a series of interesting decisions. Think of it like a chef crafting a tasting menu. Each bite should spark curiosity, surprise, or tension. This principle makes gameplay less about button mashing and more like solving a juicy puzzle where every choice feels consequential and engaging. Players aren't just passive, they're constantly strategizing, wondering, and reflecting. The payoff: Civilization. It wasn't just a game, it was a sandbox where players became historians, conquerors, and architects of destiny. This approach transformed gaming into an experience layered with strategy and discovery. Players sank thousands of hours into building empires because every turn wasn't a repeat, it was a new question, a new challenge. Sid proved design wasn't just coding, it was storytelling with agency. Sid's genius wasn't just coding slick games, it was knowing exactly how to hook your brain. Here's how he engineered decision-making joy. Sid insists on the interesting decision test. If a choice doesn't matter, it's cut. During Pirates, every move, whether to duel, bribe, or flee, had tangible outcomes. It's like a chess player pondering one more move. If it lacks risk or reward, it's boring. This ruthless filter kept games lean and hypnotic, where each move sparked tension and excitement. Balancing complexity with accessibility was a tightrope Sid walked like a master distiller perfecting his whiskey. Too complex and players drown, too shallow they yawn. Meyer compared it to layering flavors, not overloading but teasing the palate gently. His games felt welcoming yet deep, inviting casual players in while still challenging veterans to push further. The real kicker: Sid's insight into gamer psychology. Flashy graphics may lure eyes, but meaningful choices lock in hearts. He saw players as explorers craving control, discovery, and consequence. This insight flipped the industry's focus from mere spectacle to the mental thrill of strategy and experimentation, something that's kept Civilization relevant 40 years on. Sid Meier isn't just a developer, he's the godfather of strategy gaming. His impact: immense and still evolving. MicroProse became more than a company, it was a cultural touchstone for thoughtful gaming. Studios today still echo Sid's ethos: prioritize deep gameplay and player agency. Casual and indie developers often cite MicroProse's pioneering spirit as a blueprint for creating games that don't just entertain but challenge and engage on a cognitive level. Civilization isn't just a game title, it's a verb for building empires and shaping history in the digital age. Its influence spans education, esports, and pop culture, exemplifying how games can be serious, complex, yet immensely fun. Sid's work democratized strategy gaming, making it accessible and addictive to millions worldwide. Sid distilled his lifetime of lessons into core design rules: prioritize player decisions, embrace complexity balanced with clarity, and never forget fun is king. These maxims continue to guide creators, showing that good design isn't about bells and whistles, it's about crafting meaningful choices that keep players coming back, hungry for one more turn. Remember Sid in that buzzing Vegas arcade, eyes sharp for possibilities amid the chaos. That restless curiosity shaped a legacy of meaningful play. So here's a little challenge. Next time you plan a project or solve a problem, ask yourself, what's the interesting decision here? Focus there, and you might just create something that sticks, something players can't put down. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.